to The Executive's View, the sports podcast where the stakes are high and the debates are fierce. Please welcome your host, Aaron Sirius Simmons, alongside co-host Barry DeVille and Jordan. Each week, we bring you into the boardroom where the elite minds of sports converge. From the gridiron strategies to the business behind the ball, we tackle the hard-hitting questions and give you an insider's perspective. So pull up a chair and join us at the table where champions are made and legends are born. This is The Executive's View. Let's get down to business.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Executive's View. This is the view from on top, man. You could be anywhere in the world, but here with the executives, I do appreciate that. You guys know how I get down, man. If you see the show, share the show. We're all over the place, man. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok. We're doing big things in the places and definitely want to take everybody along for the journey. I don't do this by myself, man. I got a slew of brothers that are sitting here ready to chop it up and talk about everything around the world of sports. The homie villains in the building. What's going on, my guy? How we doing, sir?
Villain, what's going on? See everybody, busy day, but we in the building. What's going on?
I'm good, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Larry's in the building. What's going on, my man? Larry, how we doing, sir?
Yo, what's the deal, bro? What's going on?
Yeah, same old.
Steve got on the Astros head, so I'm gonna say it like we say it in Houston, man. What it do?
What it do, man? Speaking of Steve here on time and everything, what's going on, Coach? How we doing, sir? You talking on mute
too?
I'm muted. There's a lot going on in the background. I have a K-pop Demon Hunters concert going on.
Wow.
So all right. But I'm in here, guys, ready to chop it up with y'all.
Right, and friend of the program, man, he needs an introduction from us. Breaking news, Hughes is back in the building, man. Once that pigskin get kicks off, man, here come Brian, man. What's going on, my guy? How we doing, sir?
You're my soda pop.
Here you go.
Just hit me, bro.
Yep.
Hey, listen, boys, it is always good to dice it up in the kitchen with you. And I got to tell you, man, you know what? Obviously, I've taken a sabbatical, but I got some pretty hot takes for both the NCAA and for the NFL. And listen, they're probably too hot. They're probably takes that 3-4 weeks from now we're going to change our opinion on. But, man, I can't wait to upset some people.
It's gonna be fun, man.
Well, Brian, you've already upset me. This is the boardroom, sir. That kitchen, that's the old shit, man. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Leave that shit. This is the boardroom.
You can cook in anybody's kitchen, though. You can cook in anybody's kitchen, right?
That's the truth. That's the truth.
You gotta play nice, man.
Just adding a little soda pop to the recipe. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna do that shit. Yeah,
y'all
you
doing
can
the
play
most.
nice. I ain't.
Y'all doing the most. Anyways, man, I'm not going to waste anybody's time. We got a lot to get to, and I definitely want to get everybody in and out in enough time. That way their wife and spouses ain't yelling at me. With that being said, man, a lot is kicked off around the world of professional and college football, man. I'm going to start with the college football week number 2 first, man. As we look at the landscape of college football, a lot happened over the weekend. Obviously, we're going to talk about the picks here in a minute, but I wanted to give everybody the opportunity to kind of take a broad scope at what you may have saw, what you liked, what you didn't like. This is a great time to crucify Florida. So we're definitely going to do a lot of that on today. But, Coach, you're a resident college expert, man. I'll let you lead off here, man. What would you like, what you didn't like about what took place on week number 2 for college?
So you guys will like this. I actually, as I was watching the games on Saturday, I actually was taking notes, and just kind of like making some notes of like the games and stuff like that. So I can kind of sound like I know what I'm talking about. Like, okay, so I have to be careful how I talk about Florida. Serious. You know why. I wrote Billy Napier and I just wrote LOL a bunch of times. For my notes. So that's the extent of that. I just wrote LOL a bunch of times next to Billy Napier's name. UConn and Syracuse. Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What a game.
Yeah, I was gonna put my UConn on.
You
was gonna put my UConn hat on, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, and I just want to say this: Fran Brown is insane. He is a legit crazy person. He is the most football coach I've seen in a long time. It's like to not only have them running sprints in full uniform after a win, he was out there running with them. So it's like Fran Brown, like Q, you got a good one in Fran Brown. Hold on to him for dear life, because he eventually he's gonna get that program like where it needs to be. I think the game I enjoyed the most over the weekend, or one of the games I enjoyed the most, Boston College and Michigan State. Because it ended up being like, why is this game in prime time? It's Boston College and Michigan State. And I enjoyed these two teams punching each other in the stomach for 4 quarters and into overtime. It was one of those games where it caught you off guard. In a week where it was like, oh, well, Oklahoma and Michigan, which was, look, that game went about as high I thought it was going to be. Freshmen on the road at a place where, look, I have nothing but bad things to say about Oklahoma. But one thing that I will give them, they don't lose at home. They don't lose at home often at all. You know what I'm saying? So I figured that was going to be rough for Michigan. But so I was locked in on Boston College and Michigan State, and I was thoroughly entertained. Because we talked about this last week where two good teams, okay, even two bad teams can be good. But I think these are two, like, I don't know teams. I don't know how good Michigan State is going to be. I don't know how good Boston College is going to be. But these two teams put on a hell of a show Saturday night. And I was thoroughly enjoyed by that game. You know, it was a fantastic football game. Iowa has set back offensive football 30 years.
You said that in a group thread, and I about fell out my chair when I saw it.
Look, I was wrong. I can admit I was wrong. I was like, you know what? Whatever. Let's go. Points. All the points were scored in Dallas between Baylor and SMU. That's where all the points were. But Iowa doesn't care about winning. They just want to lean on you. They just want you to hurt. They don't want you to enjoy playing football against them. Points don't really matter to them. If they happen to score more points than you, fine. They just want to just bring you down in the mud. That's all Iowa wants to do. But then at the end of the day, as long as Kirk Ferentz can find a way to win 8 games and then every other year win 10 games, he will stay there for as long as he wants. That's all he wants. Because that, and let me see, one more quick
royalty,
note.
Man.
Yeah, one more quick note before I let everybody else get in here. I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about everything else, but Arizona State and Mississippi State. It was a dumb game with an even dumber ending. I still can't. I was watching it live, and I still can't believe what happened. Like the kid just ended up just wide open. Like the safety just watched him. Like he just ran between the safety and the corner, and one of the fastest guys in college football. You're not gonna catch him. And it was like Mississippi State wins. Now, $500K for storming the field, and then they took the goalpost down. It's like, look, man. I just these fines for like storming the field. I mean, but look, the SEC says don't do it. They did it anyway, but $500K, that's steep. But I mean, in a week that going into it, it was like, man, this is kind of a ho-hum week. It ended up being entertaining. I didn't even touch on Virginia and North Carolina State, which was a stupid game, and some other stuff. But like, it was a surprising week too, because I think we all were like, oh, there ain't really a whole lot going on. And this week ended up shutting my ass up for sure. This was a fantastic week of football.
Yeah,
I told y'all about these storming the field and goalposts last year as a guy that does the security on a regular basis.
I thought of you when I saw that $500K fine. I was like,
yeah, don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. Villain, talk to me, man. Week number 2, college football's in the books, man. I mean, I understand that UConn lost. And so, I mean, if you want to sing Kumbaya, but Florida State put up 77 points.
So I mean, it's crazy
on Little Sisters of the Poor. So go ahead and talk about it.
That's what they're supposed to do.
Exactly. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, Florida State put a hurting on them, and
it wasn't a game. I think I turned it on the first quarter. It was like 28-0. I was like, okay. It's like, and thank God listen, I have ESPN Plus, so I was able to watch the UConn game. I was excited for the first, 3 quarters and about 7-8 minutes, and then 5 minutes left. I think my wife thought I was going crazy. Cursing up a storm. And I said, Coach, I was going to wear my UConn hat tonight, but then I remember, I don't want to get clowned by Coach because my team lost, because Coach will be the first one there. He'll let me know.
As long as it's not that UConn jersey, we good.
Yeah, well, you know what? Listen, don't hate, man. I'm gonna lose a couple pounds and get into that a little bit more snug. So don't hate on me.
Jesus.
And I'm trying to get myself a UConn football jersey. They're hard to come by around here. But first of all, if you did not watch Coach's preview of week 2, then you missed out, because he called South Florida. He called it. So if you don't know, you better start watching Coach every weekend, because he's going to give you the skim on what you need to watch out for college football. So I appreciated that. UConn was a tough loss, man. He had no business losing that game, man. And at least I got the confidence points, but I was not confident that my team, that was a bad showing. I know Coach Mora, that would have been a big win. Even though Syracuse isn't the Syracuse that, what we grew up with, it's still an ACC team, and UConn is trying to get, and Brian, you know this too, UConn is trying to get from that independent into a conference. Yeah. And a win like that can really push you and elevate you into a conference conversation. And not like they won't get there. I think eventually they will, but damn. You know what I mean? So that one hurt. The one thing I'll reach out for, and then I'll let you guys go. It was some good games, but the Michigan Oklahoma game, I didn't like Underwood's body language on the sideline. I didn't like how he carried himself during that game. It was a beatdown. He was humbled a little bit, and that's going to happen. But I didn't like what I saw from him. You know what I mean? Like, the cockiness is good when you win in, but that kind of attitude when you losing, that loses a team really quick. So he needs to clean that up. And he's young, he's a kid. He'll get better. He'll learn from that. But I don't know, Steve, you probably saw it. Larry, I don't know if you watched any of the game. Like, I just didn't like his demeanor on the sideline, how he was interacting. And dudes were getting on him. Dudes were getting in his face, his own teammates. So.
Yeah, definitely. His body language slunk, because he was like getting in guys' face, and people's like, "Look, you still a freshman. You got all the money. You still a freshman, and you're the quarterback, but you are not the leader of this team." And
bottom line, every team needs a Debo when they got a Jake Moody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, here is my only retort to that. And again, I understand where you guys are coming from, and Brian, I'll come over to you here in a minute. I'm not mad at it though, because even as a freshman, okay, you're the quarterback of the Michigan Wolverines. The fact that you play quarterback in that program for that particular school means you're the de facto guy. Like, when they do well, it's on him. When they do poorly, it's on him. So I don't mind him taking a leadership type of role with that situation. But to your point, Villain, his body language was horrible.
It wasn't leadership. It was a hissy fit.
It wasn't the taking a leadership. It was more the fact that he's the QB, and he kind of acted. He had, like you said, he had like a hissy fit. He kind of acted like a child in that moment. He kind of threw a tantrum.
He was kind of like Coach. He was kind of showing up his players.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't like about it. Leadership is one thing, serious, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
But he looked like he was showing up his players. And I was texting my brother. We were on the phone during that, and we were like, "Yo, if a freshman, at least when I played in high school, if a freshman came up to me as a senior and was doing that, we meeting in the locker room, bro.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? That's what I didn't like about his body language. So
he can address stuff. The problem is he's going to learn real quick. you got to address that behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's what you got to learn. That's what real leadership is you say, hey, you know what? This one's on me. I'm the quarterback. And then you behind closed doors, you can see all the things and have the hissy fit that you want to have.
Mm-hmm.
But out in public, you never throw your teammates under the bus.
I give you that. Brian, talk to me, man. Week number 2's in the books, man.
Yeah.
What do you like? What you didn't like, man?
Yeah, so I think the guys did a really good job of talking about, like, highlighting some games. What I want to do is I'm going to highlight a couple teams in particular and talk about one game. So the first one, and it's already been mentioned, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I was real hard on them 2 years ago when they didn't get into the playoffs. I said they didn't deserve it, Florida State. If I had to vote right now, right, like let's take out the preseason voting. I think they're a top 4 team. They're a playoff team right now in my mind. I don't care if they're sitting at 12 or 11. I have eyes. I've been watching the games. They are one of the 4 best teams in football, in college football, and they're one of only about 4 or 5 teams that actually play defense. Like if you watch college football, it's like a track meet right now. I'm like waiting for anybody to want to play some defense. And so that would be my first take. I think Florida State is one of the 4 best teams in college football. Take number 2, Kansas State. They were ranked as high as number 17. They're charming, dude. They may not be a top 50 team. They got ran off the field by Army. Army had over 40 minutes of possession, and literally they could not get Army off the field. They ran and ran and ran and ran and ran. And oh, by the way, what did they do? They ran again.
They ran some more.
They could not get Army off the field. We're not talking. Listen, we're not talking about Tennessee. We're not talking about Penn State. We're talking about Army. I don't say that with disrespect because I know the Black Knights were good. Right. I'm not saying that with disrespect, but like let's be honest. Like the top collegiate athletes are not going to Army. So for that showing to happen like that, and you basically see the soul and life be sucked out of the Kansas State defense in the second, third, and fourth quarter slowly, it was a horrific showing. The next thing I was going to talk about, and I know you've already mentioned, and Coach, I appreciate the fact that you addressed this in your week 2 lead up. We need to start talking about Florida in general differently, and particularly South Florida. Like, those boys played, like, I'm sure there's a lot of people right now that are thinking, like, especially like some of the lines opened up at 10, 12, 14 plus, and, obviously it's shrinking now. Miami ain't going to blow them out. I'm telling you right now, they're not going to blow them out. They play good defense. They're a well-coached team. I was pretty impressed. I went back and actually watched that game. They got some athletes. Like, they're not like the cast-offs from, the Florida States, like Florida Atlantic, South Florida. Like, some of these other Florida schools are now getting equal caliber talent to schools like Oklahoma or USC or, Washington. Like, they're getting like that level of talent. And I'm watching these guys. I'm like, damn, that guy can cover. He's a good safety or he's a good corner. So that's going to be interesting. And can we just put the bed to rest on Oregon? Obviously, the OSU coach shouldn't have opened his mouth. Because those boys came out with a game plan, and it was all about opening a can of whoop ass.
It was B to A from the moment go.
I don't know if I've ever seen, ever felt that bad for a grown man before, but it was like halfway through the second quarter, and I think they had already covered the spread. Like, it was a beat down. Oregon is definitely one of those teams, another one of those teams that I could say, hey, listen, I could totally see this team being a playoff team. They can score against anybody. They can run, they can pass, they can do it in a variety of ways, and they've got good defenders. So I'm glad to see that somebody from the West Coast, because there's a lot of East Coast bias, me being from Cali. I need some of those good West Coast teams, but Oregon is definitely holding it down, and they looked fantastic, and I think they're going to continue to do so.
Yeah, I mean, Oregon definitely looked really, really good.
That's not a good Oklahoma State team they beat, though.
That's
No.
They're definitely down.
They're better than obviously the team from last year that only won 3 conference games. But I agree with you. They're not the same OSU team from 4 or 5 years ago. But once again, they showed what Oregon showed you is they didn't belong to even be on the field with them.
Like, no, they didn't. I mean,
the game, if you actually watched it, I think they could have scored 100. Like literally, they let off the gas big time.
Like they definitely took the foot off the gas, and it's just it was a bunch of money talk, money. It's like, look, unfortunately, T. Boone Pickens, R.I.P. Look, Oklahoma State don't got the money anymore.
Right.
You know, they don't have it anymore.
They're not. Yeah, you're not getting $40 million a year to recruit. Like,
yeah,
they don't that program.
It's like, because if T. Boone was still here, they would have that unlimited, that ATM like Oregon does. And Dan Lanning was like, okay, you want to talk about money? I'm going to show you what this money buys.
Right. Let me show you a couple of my running backs. Let me show you my fifth-string wide receiver.
Yeah.
So I would just say that, and it's funny every year. I feel like, and I'm just going to leave this on a hot take, Coach. I love you, but I got to tell you, if I was going to select a quarterback from the QBs that are in the college, fear right now, I got to tell you, I don't even think Arch Manning's in my top 10.
Okay.
He has looked so porous to start the year. He has not looked comfortable. He's not been in time and rhythm. I'd say, at least in my opinion, his best play to date was probably, honestly, the run this last week. He hasn't had a truly dynamic performance passing the ball yet. And you know what? I've been waiting for that. Texas absolutely had every opportunity and should have beat Ohio State in week 1, but he just could not deliver. And it's kind of sad to see, because as much as Texas lost from the quote-unquote cupboard, dude, they're still stacked. They just need somebody to operate that offense the way it needs to be operated. The defense is still good.
Let me ask you this question, and then I'll throw it to Larry really quickly. Even with the Arch Manning slow start, week 1 notwithstanding, he threw for almost $3, 3 bills on Saturday. Texas is going to be in the college football playoff. Let's not paint with a broad brush. Let's not get stupid here. So at the conclusion of the year, you want to be peaking at the right time. You want to get your ducks in a row at the right time. And although Texas lost week 1, they could have won it. I still think the better team won based off
of course.
Defense.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue that. No.
But I'm not ready to paint with a broad brush. About Arch Manning. Larry, talk to me, man. Where'd you head out with week 2, bro?
Man, let's keep it at Texas, right? Week 2 for me, it was more like you watch the Texas game, and I watched some of that Clemson game, and it's like you're playing a lesser opponent. You're favored by 35. You're supposed to do what Florida State did. You're supposed to do what Ohio State did. You're supposed to boat race these teams.
Yep.
And they struggle. They struggle with teams that, I'm not gonna say inferior, but teams that you have way more talent than.
I mean, Clemson won 27-16. I mean, that should have been a beating of massive proportion.
Yes. The line, remember, I picked them because the line was like 35.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't even cover a line 35. For a team that you were favored by 35 points. Like, that was the thing to me, is like, you saw these teams that were supposed to come out and beat the living breaks off of some of these teams that you're supposed to. What was it, like 7-0 Grambling, Ohio State? Grambling probably got one star player, and Ohio State got 5-star players that didn't even play.
Yeah.
You're supposed to beat them by 70 points. You're supposed to beat them by 170 points. And you see these teams that are
Oregon.
Yeah, you supposed to. Dude, Oregon put the wood shit into them boys.
And to Brian's point, they pulled up in the middle of the
pulled up. They could have gotten real.
They could have scored 100. I'm telling you, 100 points.
They pulled up and they did Rick James. They put their feet up on the couch and Charlie Murphy and the whole nine. Man, look,
They weren't even out of the third quarter, man, and they didn't score a single point in the fourth quarter, and they still scored 70.
Yeah. Bro.
like Larry, my son doesn't really watch college football like that. He came down, I had the quad box on, and he's like, "Who's that playing up at the top?" I was like, "That's Oregon. They're really good, huh?" I was like, "Well, they're good." It's like, why are they beating them so bad? I was like,
because the other team's really bad. Yeah,
throw the damn towel. Throw the damn towel.
Think about it. If your team is
that's exactly what me and my brother was saying. Larry was like, "Throw in the damn," like we're like Duke. Throw in the damn towel.
But this is when you're supposed to have your fourth stringers coming in and kicking butt against these inferior teams. Mm-hmm. And you see teams like Texas. Texas couldn't even put in the second string until like 2 minutes left in the game. And so they basically knew that they were up. And the thing about it, what pissed me off even more is when I forgot his name, he fumbled, and I'm like, dang, they not even gonna cover the line because he didn't fumble and gave the ball back.
Yeah,
like,
he fumbled.
Yeah, they were. And it looked like they were going in to score a touchdown. I'm like, yes, score the touchdown. You're gonna cover the line, fumble the ball. Don't even cover the line. I'm like, okay, come on now. That's the part that kind of, irked me. Aside from the fact that that I wanted to see Michigan beat Oklahoma so bad because I want to see Oklahoma lose. And it's like, bro, you look at these freshman quarterbacks, even the one that they was hyping up, the one for Hawaii. Y'all supposed to be these hot shot freshman quarterbacks, and I don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't even see Dion. Even what's the I forgot the quarterback for the is it Salter?
Salter.
The other one.
Salter, yeah.
Salter bench, second string benched. Third string quarterback looked fantastic.
Yes. I'm like, bro, you were 5-star. You were the number one dual threat quarterback, and you bench, dude. Like these quarterbacks are coming in. I'm just, you know how I say it, bro. I don't feel like even with the starting quarterbacks, I feel like they overrated this class of, this is going to be the deepest class coming out this year. I think that they really overrated this class because these guys are not looking like world beaters. They're not looking like, the next coming. But I will transition because y'all know me. I love to show my HBU love. Dude, that Alabama A&M and Arkansas State game was good, bro.
Yeah, I did. I saw they replayed it on ESPNU, and I was like, "Ooh,
yeah." Hey, Alabama A&M, they went up by I think it was like 41 to like 20. You thought the game was over with. I was like, wait, hold my beer. So that was a pretty good game. I hate that he left TSU, but I caught some of that Alabama State game.
Mm-hmm.
That was the game that I picked. They covered the spread. I knew they were going to be Southern. That was a really good game. And I got a feeling they're going to make that jump, coach.
Yep.
But Tarleton State going to probably run the table, bro.
Yeah, Tarleton State is they're a force of nature. Like I don't know, it's just
juggernaut. Hey, and you got to think about, like we say, it's some small country money floating around there.
Mm-hmm.
They might make the jump.
Speaking of which, shout out to Mike Vick. Got his first win as a coach.
Got his first win. Yeah.
Shout out to Mike Vick. That was big.
I didn't catch some of that game because a lot of their games on ESPN Plus, but they do show a couple of them. Like the Alabama State was on C-Dub, and I caught the Alabama State on ESPN Plus. But yeah, dude, shout out to Mike Vick. He got his first win. Mm-hmm. But dude, Tarleton State, dude, I caught the game in the second quarter. They were already up like 30-something-0. They ended up winning the game like 59-3. Like that team is. If you want to watch a bowl subdivision team, dude, that team is looking really, really good, bro.
Them boys are mean. Now, they put Army in the 54. Okay.
Yeah.
Army had a time and a half.
I caught a few minutes of that game. And you know what I took away from that? I literally thought to myself, I was like, damn, these guys play physical as hell.
They're
mean as hell. Like you watch a lot of these top 25 teams, and this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. Like you see a lot of finesse, like a lot of like they want to go run like 9 routes, so they don't want to cross the middle. They don't want to run between the tackle. Like there was just some banging going on in that game.
If anybody's watching and you want to watch a good game, a good physical game, watch a Tarleton State game. Them dudes literally punched Army in the mouth.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
yeah.
How does that even look? You facing guys who are literally gonna maybe be in combat at some point in their life, and you punch them in their mouth.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead.
Let me say something real quick because I just a couple things just came to my mind, and then we can move on. One thing, Brian, you're a West Coast guy. I got a question for you. Find me 6 wins on UCLA's schedule.
Well, it's funny. It's funny that you said that because one of my pick'ems that I feel really good about. I'm probably the only person that's going to be on it. But I saw New Mexico plus 15.5, and I was like, I don't know how UCLA scores 20 points. Like, has anybody seen their offense? It's not that I even love New Mexico, but I'm like, you're gonna give me 15.5?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Yo, and that's the crazy part. They had Nico like top 10 quarterback.
Yeah.
The offensive line, man, he was like, I gotta get the hell out of here. Like, you know that meme of the Bugatti next to the trailer? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's little. It's just like he can't do anything. It's like he probably missing what he had in Tennessee. And a second thing, so like I said, I'm trying to bring some West Coast flavor to it. You talk about a team that's mean and nasty and don't care.
Arizona State.
Dude,
Arizona State too, though.
They sat up there and they showed how soft they were. Like that game, they lost that game. That was not toughness. Utah is tough. They're mean. Like this Dampier kid. Look, you talk about you want to watch something. You want to watch a kid who's dynamic. Devin Dampier, the quarterback at Utah, fantastic. You get a chance to just up late. You want to watch some good quarterback play. That kid is amazing. And one last thing.
But you got to be honest though, like, because I watched that game and I'm sure I know what you're talking about. But like, don't you feel like every play you're like, man, I hope he don't get hurt? Like they run him a little too much.
He needs to learn how to slide,
and he runs a lot. Like he don't run like to the edge to get out of bounds. Like he almost runs like a running back, like seeking contact.
Like I was talking to my homie who's actually a Ute alum. He was like, he's trying to score a touchdown on every play.
Yeah,
he doesn't run like a quarterback. He plays like and he's trying every time he runs. He's trying to get to the end zone. He's not just trying to pick up the first down. He's trying to score a touchdown every time he runs.
Mm-hmm. And you could make an argument he's their best running back.
he probably is. And then I'll leave it alone. Look, I volunteer. I will leave my house right now. If Virginia Tech gives me enough money, I will go down to Blacksburg and I will save that program because they need some help.
I'll put it to you like this. I'm about 2.5 hours from Virginia Tech. I'm literally 35 minutes from UVA.
Coach, you're gonna need a lot of assistance. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
I make some calls for you. Let's go save them together.
You're gonna need a whole lot of assistant coaches.
They can't do any worse.
Yeah.
Okay. Beamer's not walking through this door.
Beamer ain't coming back.
Here as tribute. I will go down there. I will try my damnedest. I will try to, because it's like it's bad down there. You talk about getting punched in the mouth. Vandy lined up and just punched them right.
Yeah, if you could just get the kids to actually believe that, like, hey, you know what? Let's just play. Let's have a little dignity. Like the whole program doesn't even seem like they're buying in. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like I just want to say I played on a football team. Like it's kind of like some of the effort you get from high schoolers. Like I watched a few minutes of that game and I was like, yeah, I can't watch this. This is unwatchable.
Yes, man.
Yeah. What happened to them, man? What happened to them?
Well, I mean, Beamer left. But with that being said, I wanted to transition into the Pick'em segment, man, just to recap a little bit of what took place from college.
Tough week.
Yeah, it was a tough one. You know, there was somebody in the panel that got them all right.
Oh, man.
And somebody that got them all wrong. And then there's a lot of crap sprinkled in there. But yeah, so week 2 is upon us.
Wait, what were the scores for week 1? Because I didn't take a look at that.
Yeah, man. I'm not trying to victory lap. Take your victory lap, serious?
No, I'm not trying to be funny. I haven't looked. I literally haven't looked at it.
Yeah,
I only got one right? I only got one right.
You only got the one right.
Wait.
You almost lost that one, to be honest.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. No, I was like,
I'm just giving a hard time.
I will show it to you. I was not being safe with this. Like it
I know you got
bad.
it queued up. Cue it up. I'm not trying to be funny.
I'm
I
old. I
have
can't
not
see that.
seen it.
God dang.
Yeah, I only got one right.
Hold on, I gotta get my glasses on.
Wait, wasn't UConn 7.5? There were
Nope.
6 of that.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Damn.
Dude, look at Larry, man. Look at Larry getting a couple. All right, Larry.
Dude, I
Now,
took some wild swings, bro. I took some real wild swings.
How did I get USF wrong?
I have no idea how you got USF wrong.
Yeah, bro.
You picked plus 17.5.
I know. Larry
No,
be like,
that's not wrong.
I'm gonna take
That's wrong.
USC minus
That's not
65
wrong.
versus School of the Blind.
Yeah.
What was it?
Did,
Come on,
USF
like,
USF
okay.
plus
Plus
17.5, and you got it green?
They didn't cover the state. They didn't cover the spread.
USF
They
was
didn't
not
have
favored.
They won outright,
They
and he's
won the
got plus
game.
17.5. What are you talking about?
If you're a 17.5 point dog and you win the game, you win the bet, Aaron.
I know, dude. Do you
Okay, sorry,
did I ever apply for a job at Mohegan Sun? I swear to God, blackjack. I only
Hey,
got
you know what? Now,
This is too
now I know why we
confusing.
ain't winning every year.
Let's just pick the game's money line because spreads seem to be too confusing for us, boy. Okay,
No,
so it's like
listen.
No,
Hey,
it ain't
we got.
I already did all
I
my
got your
research
back.
now
Plus-
on spreads.
I'm gonna break this down. Minus means a team is favored. Plus
Right.
means a team is the underdog.
Correct.
So you're
Okay.
giving them 17 points.
I'm giving it 7. Yes, I did that wrong. I did that wrong. So you,
Somebody
you
please
did-
check Sirius's scores because I'm pretty sure he
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah, wait a minute. Hey,
We have to
does
check-
that mean
we have to
Sirius
check
went
now.
0-6?
I may have went on 6. All
Look,
right. So with that being said, I'll go back and check this out in a minute.
yeah,
we're
let's just
gonna
make
get
it
ready-
easy and just pick the game who you think gonna win. Keep it simple.
Oh, well, hell.
Well, no.
Oh,
No,
yeah, you know
no,
what? I'm
no,
going to take
no,
It's very
Georgia,
simple.
and I'm gonna
It's
take
very
Texas
simple.
and-
Plus
Yeah.
underdog.
Minus favorite.
favorite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, hey, Steve,
And-
go back
and-
and double check his work before he posts it next time.
Make sure he catches the one.
Oh,
Yeah,
I shared it with you guys on purpose for this reason.
You know how your
So,
parents
you got-
go back and double check your work, go to school, niggas think it's all wrong. The teacher tell you,
You
look,
guys
your parents
have it.
did this wrong, man.
All right.
AB, not sure. We're talking about that in a minute.
Double
So
check
with that,
this stuff.
with that being said, going ahead to this week's college football slate. Same thing as last week. Go ahead and give me your 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and one pop it. We'll pop it in there. Let's see where I want to go. Coach, talk to me, man. Where's your head at?
Okay. All right. So here we go. Now, South Florida is plus 17.5 versus Miami. That means, okay. All right. I want because we got confused last week.
South Florida
Okay?
starts the game with 17.5 points.
That means if Miami beats them by 18 points, then I lose by saying that I think that South Florida is plus 17.5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I am going to keep riding the bull, literally and figuratively. My number 5 is South Florida plus 17.5.
That's your most
Okay.
confident one, Coach?
Okay. So my number 4, I'm taking a little bit of a layup here just because I'm trying to get back in the game. Oregon is minus 27.5. They're going to get that by halftime, by the end of the first quarter, maybe. So I'm going to take Oregon minus 27.5 for my
24.5
number
now.
4. So
Are we doing 27 or 24?
It's
I
24 and a
went
half.
to ESPN bet. It was 27.5. Did it move from when I did it earlier, maybe?
It's 24 and a half right now because I have the same thing.
24.5.
24 and a half of this.
Yeah. So backyard brawl, something that means something to a lot of people around where I live here in Pittsburgh. Yeah, West Virginia lost to Ohio, and there's no shame in that because Ohio's a very good MAC team. But you know what there is shame in? Losing to your rival. so you know what? I got Pitt minus 7.5. So
Damn. Okay.
I'm gonna go with that. H2P. Let's see. For my number 2, I am not ready to give up on Clemson yet.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I probably should, but I'm not. So for my number 2, I got Clemson. I had them -3.5. So we'll see. And for number 1, look, man, I know y'all don't like betting y'all teams, but I'm gonna go with mine. Look, I don't think Texas can beat anybody by 41 points right now. I'll be honest, because like I'm not one of these pie in the sky. My team's gonna beat everybody by 100. I don't think Texas can beat anybody by 41 points right now. So I'm gonna go. I had UTEP plus 41.5. So that's gonna be my one pick. Because like I hope Texas beats them by 45 points, but I don't see them beating anybody.
All right, so just walking it down, you got South Florida plus 17.5, Oregon minus 24.5, Pitt minus 7.5, Clemson minus 3.5, and UTEP plus 41.5. All right, cool. Villain, talk to me.
Okay, so I got my picks here. I have number 5. Give me LSU minus 7.5 versus Florida. That means that
like that.
LSU will win the game by more than 7.5 points. I don't believe in Florida. I don't like. Listen, Coach got me like. Listen, first of all, I hate Florida. Take that tomahawk chop and cut your teeth out in the gator chop over there. I didn't like what I saw against South Florida. And I was very impressed with what I saw with LSU. So give me LSU minus 7.5. For the number 4, I'm gonna go back to my old well. I know they're not gonna do this to me 2 weeks in a row. Give me my dogs. Give me my Huskies minus 9.5 against Delaware. That means I think UConn will win by more than 9.5 points against Delaware. Just so you know. All right. I love messing with series.
I love it.
All right. My number 3 confidence pick. This is a tough one. I was going back and forth, but give me Georgia minus 3.5 against Tennessee. I think it's a tough one because I'm not convinced with what I saw from Georgia so far this season, but I think they'll rise to the occasion. Smart will get those guys going. Tennessee not really impressed with what I saw from them either. So if I got to pick one, I'll pick Georgia. All right, so that's my number 2, Georgia minus 3.5. My number 2, I'm gonna gamble on this one, but I only put it as a number 2 pick, so can't be too confident in this one. Give me Wisconsin plus 21.5 at Alabama because I saw nothing from Alabama to make me think they can push around team. That's a physical team. So I think Alabama will win the game, but I think it'll be closer than people think. Give me Wisconsin plus 21.5. That means when the game starts, I am giving Wisconsin 21.5 points, and I still think they will win. Okay. All right. So that's my number 2. My number 1, I'm riding with Coach. I had this one written down. Give me South Florida plus 17.5 against Miami. I think Miami will win the game, but I think South Florida will keep it close. I think it'll be a close game. They might even squeak it out. I doubt it because Miami's a good ball club, but I think South Florida is going to keep it close. I think it's like a 10-point game. So give me the points. Give me South Florida plus 17.5. Those are my picks. LSU, UConn, Georgia, Wisconsin, South Florida. Book it.
Got you, sir. All right. Breaking news.
All right, man. So a lot of the guys have said a lot of the ones I had here, and a lot of the ones that I had like number 6 or 7 got brought up. So for me, I'm gonna start number 5. I have UTEP at Texas. I also did UTEP plus 41.5. I just don't see Texas, even if they get out 23-0. I just don't see them being a team right now that's super explosive. They're just going to grind it out kind of thing. So I got UTEP at 5. Number 4, I've got Oregon minus 27.5 over Northwestern.
It was 24.5.
Oh, 24.5. Sorry. Over Northwestern. Oregon, as Coach said, like, they're going to have this summed up by halftime. Like going into the second half, it's going to be a 0-0 game, if not better. And I just don't see Northwestern scoring on them. That defense, I watched it last week. I've watched it. D-line, second level, they just have too many playmakers. They're studs. Number 3, KSU at Arizona. I'm actually going Arizona plus the 1.5. I just don't believe in KSU. I don't. They're not physical. We learned that last week versus the Army. They got embarrassed, and they're at a teetering point right now where they could tip over and fall out. And like I said, after what I've seen, I hope they prove me wrong. I don't think they're a top 50 team, and I think Arizona shows that. I think that they not only beat them outright, but I could see Arizona winning by double digits. Number 2 for me, and this is probably the one that's going to get the most scrutiny, but I had to put it there, and I had to put it high because I'm confident in it. Georgia at Tennessee. I'm taking Georgia. Tennessee, Aguilar, if you look at what the quarterback for Tennessee has done over the last year and a half, he threw 14 picks last year. Every big game he's ever played in, he's thrown multiple picks. And I know he's looked good so far, but look at they've played a cupcake schedule to this point. Mm-hmm. Georgia is not the defenses that they've been going against. And if you look at the one weakness that Tennessee's defense has, it is against the pass. They really can't shut down the pass. And Tennessee's offense operates a lot off of play action. I don't see them being able to effectively get the game, the rushing attack going versus Georgia. I think they're going to have to put the game on Aguilar's shoulders. And ultimately, I think Georgia wins probably by 7 or more. And my number 1 game of the week, I've already said it. I could be wrong, but I'm riding ride or die. Listen, I'm going New Mexico plus 15.5 versus UCLA. I really, really want to give some props here to Tony Sanchez, the head coach. He took over that program like a little over a year ago. Listen, Aggies was basically a Division II school.
So check this out. Hold on a second. You said 12.5 or 15.5?
15.5. Yes, sir. So he took this program over like a year and a half ago, and like quite literally, like, I mean, we all know they were like just a skip and a jump away from being a Division II school. And like, to be honest with you, I think on most days, schools like like North Dakota State and some of these schools that we've talked about would have absolutely shellacked them. And they've now started to turn into a more respectable team. I don't know that they win this game outright, but I think it's low scoring and they keep it close. And I don't think there's any way that UCLA scores more than 21 points in this game. So I got New Mexico covering plus 15.5.
Okay. So you got UTEP plus 41.5, Oregon minus 24.5, Arizona plus 1.5, Georgia minus 3.5, and New Mexico plus 15.5.
You got it.
All right, cool. Larry the Legend, talk to me, my man. Where'd you at?
Oh man, you know me. I'm gonna have y'all a little bit all over the place.
As per usual.
You know me, bro. You know me. So I'm gonna stick with because I want to see them put out of their misery. I'm gonna get me a little bit of that LSU love. I want a little bit of that too. So put me down for that as my 5-point play. I would love to see Florida put out their misery.
LSU is still on there. I'm sorry.
7.5. It ain't
okay.
nothing.
All right, something slight.
So you're minus 7.5 or plus 7.5? Minus, right?
No, LSU is the favorite, minus 7.5.
Okay. Yeah.
You gotta spell it out because Sirius will screw you over. He gets everybody's pick right. Everybody's pick wrong, but his is always right.
I'm gonna say it again in the background, man. I'm in Texas, so sometimes I gotta.
Yeah.
See, you know what I'm talking about. I gotta be in Texas, but I gotta be other places.
Yeah.
Sometimes, look, but yeah, dude, I want to see Florida put out their misery, and I think that 7.5 is gonna be like more like 80.5. Sometimes you gotta kick a wounded dog while it's wounded.
Sometimes you gotta pop up and show homies.
Hey. Sometimes you gotta put a team out their misery. So for my 4-point play, I'm gonna be a little bit more riskier. I actually think this is gonna be part of the game of the week, but I'm gonna take South Carolina. I'm gonna take them against that tough Vandy team. South Carolina's the favorite by 5.5. They only just win by a touchdown. I'm gonna take that.
All right, what's your 3-point play?
For my 3-point play, I gotta show my boys because they showed me some love last week. They the underdog by 16.5. But I want to take Texas State. I want to take them to upset Arizona State.
I like that.
Yeah, bro.
Plus,
I had that one on my that one's on my list. Yeah.
16.5, you said?
Yeah. Arizona State is the favorite by 16.5. So the line is minus 16.5 for Arizona State. So I want to take Texas State for the upset.
So Texas State plus 16.5.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
It's like Sirius does his picks and then like Malik does everybody else's picks. What are they doing? Shout out to Malik.
What does this button do? His birthday's tomorrow, man.
Happy birthday, little man. Happy birthday.
Yeah. 2-point play, sir.
So my 2-point play, I can't find a line on it, but can I just pick it?
What's the team?
Because y'all know I love to show my love, man. I love to show my HBCU love. I'm trying to find. I can't find a line on Howard and Morehouse, dude. That's gonna be a good rivalry game. I want to pick Howard, but I can't find a line on it.
Gotcha.
I always want to show some love.
What does do Howard?
Gotta.
Cool.
I'll see if I can dig something up.
Yep.
Okay.
What's the game? Howard and who?
Howard and Morehouse.
Let me see something. They get to Saturday?
Yeah, I can't find a line. They play Saturday.
Okay.
Can't find a line. If I find one, I'll let you know. But I want to take Howard.
See if I can find something.
And for my 1-point play, I'm going with my heart. I'm taking the Cougs over the Buffaloes. They the fave. They the fave 5.5. So minus 5.5. I'm taking. Steve, you went against them, and they both raced Rice.
No, they took it to Rice. They did. I'll give it to them. Yeah,
they took it to Rice. So I want to take the Cougs over the Buffaloes.
Okay.
All right, so yes, I got Howard minus 14.5.
Got it.
Yeah. Bet. Yes, I want to take that.
Appreciate you. So we got LSU minus 7.5, South Carolina minus 5.5, Texas State plus 16.5, Howard minus 14.5, and Houston minus 5.5. All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna make this short and sweet because I've been sitting here typing for a minute. My 5-point play, I got Colorado plus 5.5.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No.
Colorado. Yeah. Colorado plus 5.5. Let me go and write that down. Bingo.
I hope all your fantasy teams lose this weekend.
That's okay.
All things evil befall you this weekend.
It's okay. Jesus loves you.
They get upset.
Jesus loves you. I just don't.
I hope Penn State gets upset. Matter of fact, I want to change my bet.
You got 5.5.
Yeah, Colorado versus Houston. Yeah, I got 5.5.
But I'm showing it as Colorado gets the 5.
FanDuel has 4.5.
We use the ESPN bet.
Yeah. I'm showing it as plus, but I'm showing Colorado as the dog.
Yeah, so
5.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Colorado plus 5.5. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Let me scroll real quickly. I was doing this while you guys were talking. Give me South Florida plus 17 and a hook for my 5-point play. I'm never in my forget Miami. So South Florida. So, Coach, I'm still in yours there. Let me see what we got. Do I want to do that? No. I was messing around with this one for a minute. Notre Dame and Texas A&M.
I was thinking about that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Notre Dame in the 6.5. Although it wouldn't shock me if Texas Tech beat them. But give me Notre Dame. Yeah. My fault. Yeah.
Actually, I think Texas Tech could beat them.
Coach, La Primera is on NXT.
Yeah, she been MIA, man. Like I'm glad to see her that she's doing well. Yeah.
Sorry, sorry about that. Sorry about that.
We'll talk about her and them and that tomorrow. Trust me, that's gonna be a fun show.
Let's go Villanova.
Iowa State, Arkansas State is weird to me because Iowa State is favored by 20 and a hook. I want to play around with that one, but
let's go Villanova. Let's go.
Yeah, that game doesn't have a line with it. I'm not even messing around with that. And besides, I'm superstitious. I can't do it. You know what? F it.
I hope Drew Aller throws 14 interceptions in the third quarter.
And they still win by 20.
right.
Hope it's a last second 73-yard field goal they lose by.
73. Wow. Ole Miss and Arkansas. It's attractive. Ole Miss is favored by 6.5. I will never, in my good conscience, pick Ole Miss. Give me Arkansas plus 6.5.
Dude, see why you playing around?
See that young quarterback warming up, man. He got that Dak Prescott thing going before the game.
Coach, now it's Tiffy time. It's Tiffy time on NXT. Coach.
Yeah, I'm like,
what's going on here? That is weird.
It's NXT Homecoming, man.
That's Larry's new favorite show. That's what you got to catch up on all the episodes.
I might have peeked in a little bit. You know.
No, Larry done crossed over. I like it. Nah. My 1 point play. Navy is favored by 13 and a hook over Tulsa. I think Navy will definitely take care of business versus Tulsa. So give me my 1 point play there. So I'm going Navy plus 13 and a hook.
Safe.
Yeah.
Dude, what's so crazy? You brought up Texas Tech, dude. They favored by 23.5. That is crazy.
You want to know something that's even crazier? Iowa is favored by 35.5. They cannot score 35 points. Period.
The other team doesn't even need to score.
Yeah,
dude.
It is like you.
Sorry. Mommy's on NXT now. Sorry.
Okay.
So we'll talk. Like I just looked at that and I was like, because like I said, I tell you, I'll write about 12, 13 games down and just kind of pick them as we talk and just how the vibes go. Why is Iowa favored by 35.5? Because I mean, most of the UMass players, work at Dunkin' during the week and then they just go out there and just put on, football uniforms on Saturday. It's just like, but still, it's like to have the gall that say that Iowa will score 35 points or 36 points. You can put Iowa on the field by themselves and they won't score 36 points.
Steve, you know what it made me think about? Y'all know I love movies. You remember on Happy Gilmore when he kept saying, "This is your home. You go in your home. This is your home." The point of the game is to score points. You're supposed to score points.
Not at all.
That color stuff in the end zone. Get there.
Yes. Go home. This is your home.
Last year when Kurt Ferentz missed those games and they scored like 37 points a game, and he came back and he was like, "Oh, party's over." All right.
What the hell are y'all doing? Y'all messing up my team. Look, hey, if somebody did the stats, I bet you he's probably the winningest, lowest scoring coach ever. He probably has more wins and less points than coaches that have under 500 record, which is crazy.
Man, it is what it is. I mean, it's like it's the in serious notes because he's a Big Ten guy. This is what Iowa does. It's like in the years they don't play Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan. That's when they win. That's when he keeps his job because they win 10 games those years.
They win 10 games.
In the years that they do, and they find a way to they'll beat up on Purdue and Northwestern, and they win 8 games. Like so, it's a system. Kurt Ferentz has come across a very good system, and he runs it to perfection. He'll keep his job for as long as he wants.
The part that mind boggles me about them scoring a cool 9 points a game Dude, they got more tight ends in the NFL than most teams have. They got more running backs in the league than you can even think. Dude, it's like you turn on the draft and it's like our lineman, our tight end, our running back, our D line, our tight end, our it. And it's like, how do you have that much talent and score 9 points a game?
Because you don't see any Iowa wide receivers, do you?
Nope. You don't see
Dude,
very
I
many
don't even
Iowa
want to
running
go there
backs.
and play wide receiver.
Hey, and not for nothing, but even the good Iowa tight ends like George Kittle, they didn't even catch balls when they were there. They're just like, nah, man, you're blocking.
Yeah. What do you mean? Catch this ball? This oblong thing?
Yeah.
No, you don't do
Quarterbacks
that.
and receivers. You know,
You're an extra
AP
left tackle, buddy. Just sitting there.
Yeah. Dude, didn't he even
All
put a
right,
couple of
gentlemen.
quarterbacks in the league too? If I'm not mistaken, he put a couple of quarterbacks in too, right?
Yeah.
It's like, did you even
Drafted, I wouldn't say in the league. I mean,
yeah,
like,
but I'm just saying they got drafted. And it's like, do you even know what a forward pass is?
So
Yeah.
with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and transition out of college and start talking a little bit of NFL, man. A lot took place in week one. Was kicked off with a bang on Thursday with the Eagles taking care of the Cowboys. Friday, we had a game in Brazil. The Chargers finally got over the hump, if you will, and beat Patrick Mahomes-led outfit. And then the rest of the games kind of spilled out in the manner in which they did. If you didn't get a chance to watch Villain's video, Villain kind of talked a little bit about his Giants. So definitely check that out. Yesterday, my father-in-law broke down week one on the Steelers podcast. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about those prospective teams. I do got a Houston Texans fan here and 2 Niner fans. So I'm going to let y'all go ahead and get in where you fit in. Coach, talk to me, man. If you want to talk Houston, so be it. If you want to talk about what you liked and what you didn't like around the National Football League week one, be my guest, man. Where's your head at, bro?
well, look, 1 week does a season not make, but the Texans O-line stinks. Okay. Absolutely stinks. CJ Stroud running for his life. The Texans can't run the ball for anything. And again, look, that Rams defense is really good. Like, okay, I'm just gonna say that. Like that Rams defense is really good. They got some dogs in their defense. Jarrett Verse is one of my favorite players in the league. He's amazing. He's just one of my favorite players. I love watching him play. Don't like watching him play against the Texans, but I like watching him play because he's everything for me. I love that guy. But yeah, there's something going on. There's some talk of some receivers being possible on the move. The Texans should probably be a team making a call to Miami. I'm just saying, because they lack explosion. They don't have any explosion on offense. It's just muddling around and kind of clip-clopping around. They don't have any explosion. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just very stagnant. They're very boring offensively. And you have a Nico Collins, you have a CJ Stroud, and they have to open it up a little bit. But then D'Amico Ryans, while I love him to death, he's a defensive guy. So you call conservative things, and you want like a conservative. He wants to run the ball 37 times, but they don't have any running backs, and it's like you let Nick Chubb, who had one of the worst leg injuries I've ever seen, he's the best running back on the team now. You know, so it's like that's where the Texans are with that. So why
weren't they interested in Brian Robinson for a 6th?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's like
you got to open the hole for your running back first.
Exactly, and it's just like I don't know. It's just there are some things that are going to have to happen with this Texans team up front on both lines, D line, offensive line. Like that's where you win games and lose games, and the Texans up front on both sides of the ball just aren't getting it done. Speaking of not getting it done, the Dolphins are broken.
Yeah.
They need to blow it up.
Abort.
They need to just say, okay, let's start over. Okay, we need a new coach. We need a new franchise quarterback. We need everything. Let's just hit the reset button and start over. Dolphins are broke. A team that doesn't look broken, a team that looks really good, the Packers. Packers looked phenomenal. We talked about this last week. It was like, they added Micah Parsons to that defense that needed a Micah Parsons type of player. Mm-hmm. And look, I know he's getting the shots and all stuff like that. Like, so if this is Micah Parsons not healthy, man, look out when he is healthy.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You got that. I know a lot of people made some. Look, I'm just gonna skip right to it. I made a comment on Facebook today that I felt like the Vikings comeback was more impressive than the Bills comeback. Mm-hmm. I zipped my lips until now. Seriously, I will share it now.
I appreciate you, sir.
So here it is. Okay, the Bills, the reigning MVP, at home, comes back to win. Okay, while it's impressive, that's like, okay, yeah, it's like the Ravens, who are known chokers. Sorry, Ravens fans out there. This is what y'all do. There, you can count, there are 1 or 2 games a season where the Ravens absolutely should not lose, yet somehow snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory. They
one
do
of those are in the playoffs,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Coach?
Yeah, exactly. They do this. This is what the Ravens do. So it's like, you can get mad at me all you want to, and it's like, look, this is not taken away from the Bills. I know, like, AB, and I know some Bills fans is like, that was a great win for the Bills. But the Ravens, they do this. And I feel like Josh Allen, like I said, the reigning MVP at home, kind of clutched up and led them to a comeback victory. J.J. McCarthy, the entire internet was ready to, like, put J.J. McCarthy in the ground. I saw it. We all saw it.
Mm-hmm.
It was not good for J.J. McCarthy for 3 quarters of that game. And then the 4th quarter started, and he looked like Joe Montana, and it was just like, he was, it's just like he looked like a different quarterback out there. And I feel like a rookie on the road in his first start, I mean, yeah, he's a de facto rookie, his first start on the road down, he looked terrible all night, and they were able to rally behind him. And it wasn't like he was playing bad. He actually played good. He threw 3 touchdowns in the 4th quarter. It's just, I feel like that's more impressive. Rookie or first start on the road against a rival, Soldier Field, a hostile environment, and a 4th quarter comeback. That's why I feel like that's more impressive than the reigning MVP doing that against a team that's known chokers. Just my thoughts.
I'll put it to you like this, and we'll spin it around the room here in a minute. I give very little respect, if you will, to Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. I think he and they are about as fraudulent as they come. However, to snatch the victory out of the jaws of defeat like that versus the Baltimore Ravens outfit, because honestly, for 3.5 quarters, the Ravens beat them like they stole something. Like, Derrick Henry was running, Lamar Jackson was throwing that thing. We saw a sighting of DeAndre Hopkins back to when he played with you guys, catching passes with one arm, and
ridiculous catch. Yeah,
it was an insane performance. And then, the wheel started to come off. Like, people are going to point to the Derrick Henry fumble as the catalyst and the turning point. But if you kind of look at the feel of that game, they started to get it together. And I was talking to a buddy of mine. It looks as though the Ravens took their foot off the gas, and they routinely do that. To your point, at critical moments during the football season. Now, again, it wasn't in the playoffs. It was week 1. Half the league is 1-0 and 0-1 at this point. So I'm not ready to significantly paint with a broad brush, but I will say this. I talked to Ravens fans after they signed Jair Alexander. I talked to Steelers fans after we signed Big Play Slay. The Father Time is tapping these guys on the shoulder and is like, yo, it might be time to sit down because you may have lost a step or 2 or a few. What I saw Keon Coleman and this Buffalo Bills outfit do to that secondary was insane. What I saw them do to them was insane. So as much as I hate Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, you got to tip your cap to them because even though the Ravens laid down, you as the Buffalo Bills had to go take it. On the flip side, to your point, Coach, the Chicago Bears are one of the most cursed franchises that I've ever seen. I was working the game last year when Jaden Daniels threw the Hail Mary, and the brother was sitting there pointing and talking to the guy. I was there. I was in the stadium. You know, I've seen the Chicago Bears, you know, just do some heinous things and find a way to lose that ball game. I have to tip my cap to the Minnesota Vikings because they just kept plugging away. And kept plugging away, and I never saw them let go of the rope on the road in a hostile environment versus a division opponent. I never saw the rookie quarterback let go of the rope, and he started to figure it out. Something that I didn't see him do very much, or have to see him do very much at Michigan. I wish CK was here because you know CK loves JJ McCarthy. Wink, wink. But but
hey, can I take the C? I may take the CK road today.
All right, well, I'll come to you in a minute. But so watching the young guy kind of figure it out and everything was spectacular. As a Steeler fan, I have to tip my cap to what Justin Fields did. I said this yesterday in moments while me and my dad and you know my homie were talking.
Larry said it.
Well, me and my dad said it before you did, but whatever. Justin Fields and that offense looked pretty good. They looked competent. They looked exceptional. They were able to throw the football with success. They ran it at nauseum. They didn't really hurt themselves as far as penalties are concerned. They lost to a superior quarterback and a superior coach. But if you're a Jets fan, and once again, CK, I wish you were here to hear this. You can't be upset with what took place. Yeah, you lost the ball game. You know, Bozzy had to do Bozzy things and whatever case may be. But there was a lot that I saw that I liked from the Jets than what the old Jets. You can't use that going into week number 2. Can we figure out what the heck is going on with Bryce Young, please? Somebody help me figure that out.
I don't know.
I had so much promise for him because it looked like he was. We talked about this all summer. It looked like he was starting to get it toward the end of the year. And then,
Alabama quarterbacks. I don't trust them.
I'm not going to sit here and say
I still don't trust them. I still don't trust them. I don't trust Alabama quarterbacks.
Just throw the ball to Ted McMillan. Just throw it in his area. That's all you got to do. Just throw it in Ted McMillan's area. Just get somewhere close to him. You know, like
I don't trust them. I don't trust them Alabama.
So, I mean, honestly, for me, there's something going on there. Again, it's week 1. You know, everybody's ready to, put the Dolphins and the Giants, in the top 2 of the NFL draft already.
Yeah, yes.
We'll leave that alone. But there's a lot of good. There's a lot of bad. Larry, talk to me, man. Looking at week 1, where's your head at, bro?
So I'll stay at that Steelers game, bro. The Steelers game, man, it was a good game. 2 defenses that we thought was going to show up didn't show up.
Didn't show up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They didn't show up. Hey, it was a good game, and like I said, tip your hats off to the Jets. Tip your hats off to the Steelers. The Steelers did some stuff that we didn't expect them to do. Nobody expected Aaron Rodgers to come out and throw 4 touchdowns.
We used the middle of the field. What do we do that?
You know what? Nobody expected them to use tight ends. I mean, because like I said, they actually use their tight ends. I get that more of a. It felt like to me like Aaron Rodgers had his hand a little bit more into that offense than Arthur Smith, because that looked more like an Aaron Rodgers ran offense than an Arthur Smith ran offense. But yeah, 2 defenses showed up that didn't show up. I'm gonna say this right about that because I'm gonna talk about the 2 games of the week, right? The Bills game, I'm not gonna take that away from the Bills because Josh Allen does what Josh Allen does, right? The only part that I'll get a little pissed off about because people were quick to bring up, oh, well, Josh Allen has never lost in the playoffs. The Bills have lost, but not Josh Allen. But Lamar Jackson lost. yeah, you kind of having a double standard there. Lamar Jackson played his ass off.
He was.
I didn't like
That
the play calling toward the end of
that
the
defense
game.
let him down. That defense let him down.
So you know what that defense reminds me of, and I get it. Some people talking about, oh, they built the Ravens are built on hard nosed. That they play like that defense is built for them to get a lead and for them to go hunt, but they have no hunters. Who do you fear on that defensive line?
Nobody.
I mean,
Nobody.
defensive line, no, but I mean, you got Roquan, who's
But
a
when you
dog.
have a
Roquan's a dog.
when you have a defense, because they play once they get a lead, if you notice they play a lot of zone, a lot of prevent, dude. When
Yeah,
when
they
you
do.
got
They
a
do.
defense like that, then that means you got at least you got a Aiden Hutchinson, you got a Micah Parsons, you got a dog that's gonna go hunt on that line because now you know you forcing teams to pass. Josh Allen was back there fixing him a ham sandwich and roasting him some barbecue, and that dude has so
Chilling.
much time back there because they don't have the pass rush like that to
Yeah.
play like that. Like if you watch that second half, they literally blitz no time, not once. If you don't have a pass rush like that where you can play back like that, you need the blitz. They
Yeah.
literally just said Josh Allen was like, yeah, la-di-da, la-di-da. Yeah, this dude's open. Yeah, I think I'll throw it to him. No, wait, it's another dude open too. I think I'll throw it to him.
And you know
So,
why he's very good. They asked Kyle Hamilton to do way too much back there.
yes,
Always.
Way too much. They
But
asked
the
way
thing
too
is,
much.
save us.
And he's fantastic. But they asked
but
him
the
to do
thing
way
is,
too
yeah,
much.
that's the thing.
Save us.
He's so damn good, and I mean, the Baltimore Ravens. They pride themselves on having Kyle Hamilton do Kyle Hamilton stuff and Roquan patrolling everything else. And if you're just so lucky to get pressure with 4 or whatever case may be, you're good.
but
Like,
they're not
and again,
getting pressure. That's the thing. You're not getting
well, I
pressure.
mean,
And
here's the thing: it's week 1. It's
yeah, but
week.
okay, so I'm gonna just say this. I mean, but they've been doing this, and this is why they blow these leads.
So-
They've been playing like this, and I'm gonna say this right. If you a corner, I'm gonna say elite corner. What are you expected to hold up? 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds.
Yeah.
And whip in there, right?
Yeah.
Elite corner. At some point, the backfield is gonna break down. The zone is gonna break down. Something's gonna break down, right? That's why you had these pass rushes where these quarterbacks they force them passes in 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Josh Allen, he had so much time. He was running around like, oh, I think I'm gonna make this guy miss. Oh, maybe, oh, nobody's coming. I'm gonna just sit back here and chill. And that's what caused the comeback. But then they start playing too conservative in my eyes. They start playing too conservative when they really should have stick with someone they did. Lamar Jackson, don't have him run these trick runs. Put him back there, run that power eye with him. He was picking up like 10 yards a clip when he did do it, and they just was like, oh, I think we'll fake this and reverse this and then try to run with Lamar. No. Put your big because Picard was out. Put your big lineman that you converted to a fullback back there and let him block and let Lamar run behind him. That's how Lamar scored the touchdown. But I'm gonna say it that and the other game, dude, I put it like this, right? I put that more on Kevin O'Connell, and Kevin O'Connell and Brian Flores. I watched that whole game last night. JJ McCarthy, he was staying receivers down the whole game. He still was doing it in the fourth quarter. The only difference was they were scheming these guys open. He basically had one read and the guy was open. If it wasn't that read, he took out running. He was doing the same thing. He
Gotta
just
make the throw.
Scheming it.
Gotta
And
make the
Brian
throw.
Flores switched that defense up. Huh?
You gotta throw the ball.
It's coaching. I mean, he did some good placement on the ball, but
Kevin O'Connell didn't throw a single pass last night. I watched the game too.
No, but I'm saying if you look, he was still staring down receivers. That's how he threw that pick 6. But guys was open, so he could throw the pass. He was throwing.
That's
he
his
was throwing
first
it.
NFL start on the road, though.
I get it, but I put that more
and he got
on
a W.
I put that more on the coaching. Brian Flores shut all that Chicago stuff down. They ran for 37 yards. Brian Flores was like, no. Now we about to start bringing the house. We about to start switching these coverages up. And I put that more on coaching than on McCarthy. He did what he's supposed to do, but the play calling was amazing. Like, dude, they start calling some really good plays for his strong suits. So I put that more on the coach, and I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna give him all that credit because he was still looking guys down. They was just open. But I have to digress. I'm gonna say this: Texans, yeah, that line has to be fixed at some point before you turn CJ into David Carr.
David Carr, yeah.
Yeah,
like I said,
y'all said
David
at the
Carr,
same time. That's scary.
If you watch David Carr had arm strength. David Carr could actually throw an accurate pass. He could actually come to the line and read the defense. The problem was he had 2 seconds to read that defense before he was on his ass. David Carr got shell shocked, and at that point, it was a wrap, and he didn't even want to stand back there. You're gonna turn CJ into David Carr, and you don't want to do that. At some point, you got to address that line. You got to, hey, look, fire the whole line if you got to. If the draft, you got to draft 14 linemen and you get 5 out of the 14, you figure the shit out at some point. But you got to.
No, but instead they drafted 37 wide receivers. You know, because that makes sense.
You can find some receivers on the street, but you gotta.
Oh, where? Show me where, because we need. Anyways, let me stop.
I mean, I'm just saying you can find some guys. Hell, you can pick up a Valdez Scantling and somebody else. You can pick up some of them guys and you'll figure it out. Look, figure that out later. Hey, look, receivers has actually been pretty deep. But I will say this: breaking news. I'm not a fan of anybody getting fired. But if anybody needs to be fired today, Moody needs to be fired today. Hey, look, he need to be Craig. He need to be Craig. How you get fired on your day off? He needed to be Craig. I literally was telling my other Niners fans, I was like, he shouldn't even be allowed on the flight home. Find your way home. Walk your ass back.
Here's your ticket. You're gonna be flying Southwest.
You're not even flying Southwest, bro.
I'm gonna be on a Greyhound, boy.
Yes, dude.
Yeah,
I would
the mega bus station is that route.
Dude, y'all seen what was it, Hard Knocks, when the guy had the wrong scooter and it was like the little kiddie scooter? I'd have been like, you take that and you find your way back to San Francisco. You don't deserve nothing. Like, how do you miss a field goal that's less than an extra point? How do you do that? How do you do? And this is the craziest part about it. They was like, he changed his stance for less power and more accuracy, and you miss a twin. You can't get no more accurate than that. Like, I could probably go out there and kick a 23-yard field goal. Dude, huh? I mean, I've kicked the field goal before, bro. Like, but I'm just saying, dude, we all probably could go out there and it's dudes that doing punt, pass, and kick right now, hitting 30-yard field goals, and they'll probably never see a field in a day of their life.
And dude, you can get one of those kids on college game day that kicked that point with for the $100,000, and they could do better than Moody right now.
Yes, that kid last week, man, he nailed that kick.
He nailed it.
This is the part that pisses me off even more. It's dudes hitting 60-yard field goals like they chip shots, and you missing a 23-yarder. Dude, we got too much stuff going on with the Niners to be sitting up here talking about a kicker. A kicker. Like, I could see if you missed a 55-yarder, 60-yarder with wind conditions or something like that, but you literally missed a chip shot. Like I said, in breaking news, that game would have been way more out of hand. They probably would have been running the clock out in the fourth quarter because the defense played amazing. Like I said it before, I feel like the defense is back to the level of when we had Salah, when we had D'Amico.
Yeah.
That defense is been really, really tackling. Dude, Ronaldo Green, man, that dude is starting to come up. He had a crucial pass breakup. People thought that, you lose Tre'Davious.
Six brand new starters.
Yeah.
6 brand new starters on that defense. 2 of them were rookies. So, I mean, Salah definitely done a hell of a job.
Yeah, he doing a hell of a job. Good thing we got the Saints this week. That probably would be a
Don't say it, dude.
Don't say it.
But I'm
Don't say that.
Don't do that to my team, man. You do that to your college team.
Spencer Rattler throw interceptions in his sleep. But yeah, like I say, I love that. And man, we got to get healthy. We got to get healthy at some point. I feel like they feel like the Astros over here. Man, we got it.
Yeah.
One person in, one person out. The good thing is that Jennings, he's not severely hurt, but yeah, we got to get
Kittle's on IR, right?
Kittle's on IR for
Kittle's on IR.
Yeah, he'll be
may
out
not
4
play.
weeks at least.
Kittle's gonna be out for 4 weeks. Yeah, I saw that. I thought I saw that.
Purdy,
Yeah.
Purdy may not play this week, so we got to rely on a damn Alabama quarterback. Maybe. You got it.
Yeah. Yes.
So with that being said, talk to me. Breaking news, man.
So
What's your head, bro?
If you guys remember, and it's almost to the day, but if you remember, it was like 2 years ago. I was in the hospital. My grandson was being born, and we were having a similar conversation about Josh Allen being washed. And I said, no, he's not washed. He's a good player. He's had some bad luck, bad circumstances, what have you. I only say all that to say the amount of criticism that Lamar Jackson gets after playing a flawless game is insane. Buffalo Bills is probably a top 10 defense. Mm-hmm. And he put on a clinic. And the only reason nobody goes back to talk about it. And once again, he was phenomenal all game, so I'm not trying to pick on him. But the only reason Josh Allen and the Bills even had a chance to win that game is because Henry fumbles the ball with less than 3 minutes to go. Like, that's the only reason that we're having this conversation. He's normally fumble proof. He's a guy you can hand the ball to. He'll give you 3-4 yards in a cloud of dust. You can milk the clock. The game's over. Lamar was under constant duress, no sacks, no picks, no fumbles, and yet the only thing that the masses want to talk about is how he never wins a playoff game. Well, I don't know. How about your tight end get his feet in bounds, at the back line, and maybe he can win. I don't know. Maybe the running back don't fumble the ball and he can win the opener. Like, at some point, and this is not on Baltimore because they've definitely surrounded him with talent. But at some point, they need to look and go, hey, you know what? I kind of feel like this dude is getting a little bit of the Tom Brady treatment in the sense of, hey, he's so good, like he can get it done with less receivers. Because let's keep it a buck. I like Trey Flowers, but you know what? He's probably a number 2 receiver on most teams.
Hey, Breaking, I'll say this, though. They did get cute. They try to run that little trick play with Lamar. Just line it up and run.
They didn't need to do that. I agree with you. They didn't need to do that. Buffalo, listen, kudos to Buffalo for staying in the game and continuing to play hard. But I just wanted to say that. Like, everyone wants to kill Lamar, but, like, Lamar did exactly what Lamar does. He gives you 70 rushing yards on 7 carries and 220 passing yards on 15 attempts and no picks, no sacks. He plays a clean game, and then they're like, oh, man, you know what? You only scored 40. That's why we lost. Like what do you want from the man? Like, I don't know. The Baltimore, I remember, they used to play some defense. Like, maybe don't give up 40 points, and we're not having this problem. Number 2, we've talked about this before, and you guys know that I'm a huge proponent of this guy, but Larry mentioned him. Brian Flores does not get enough credit. And you know what? He will get another job opportunity at some point, but it's not just that the defense stepped up, as he said. Go back and look at the game logs, gentlemen. I want to say that Chicago went 3 and out like 4 of their first 5 possessions after the half. He completely, if you watch schematically what they were doing, he basically said, nope, you're not getting any of the easy flat routes, and you're not running up the middle no more. It ain't happening. You're going to have to actually have Caleb Williams beat us. And you know what? He kind of proved he can't. So, I mean, maybe he can in the future, but Brian Flores put his money where his mouth is, and that's why they won that game. Like, almost unilaterally.
I'll say this about Brian Flores. That defense is going to probably be, I'm going to say, top 3 in the league. You cannot run. Them adding Jonathan Allen and Hargrave, dude, you cannot even run on them. So you just gave him 2 stoppers with what he do on that defense.
The only issue I take with that, and it's not that I disagree with you. I have concerns about how long that defense is going to be out on the field after what I watched. when you're playing a better team, unless McCarthy can take some steps forward, right? But like, you can't be a top 3 defense if you have a bottom 10 offense. You just can't, because you're on the field too much.
Talent on that offense, though. That's the
listen. I understand there's a lot of talent on that offense, but we all watched the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't tell me that you didn't watch that first half and go, wait a minute, Justin Jefferson has 1 catch. Wait a minute, they got 6 points. Like, the problem is that Kevin O'Connell's going to have to actually work for it a little bit this year. For all the naysayers and all the bad things people want to say about Sam Darnold, and I'm sure you saw in the game on Sunday, he can throw a nice deep ball. He can throw a nice deep ball. And all you got to do is basically lay it up, and Justin Jefferson will go get it. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what I wanted to go with there. As far as the rest of the league, a couple things that I wanted to mention. Sorry, Barry, but I got to say it. Maybe Danny Dimes wasn't the problem in New York. You know what? I thought they were crazy when they went with Danny Dimes over Richardson, but he looked like the second coming. Like, they dismantled a bad Miami team, but when's the last time you remember Indy scoring 38 points, especially in a home opener? And not for nothing, but I'm also going to say this. They need to bench Russell Wilson, like right now, right now, and put Dart back there. He's already better than Wilson is. Like, that dude basically was holding that offense back. I don't have stats in front of me, but I know it was less than 50%. Like, it was bad. It was bad, and they're gonna have to figure it out quickly, because they got too many good players, way too many good players, neighbors and you know, all the talent they have on their team. They shouldn't be putting up 6 points, 8 points, 5 points, whatever it is. And my last thing I'm gonna say, for all the shit that we give Cowboy fans, I gotta tell you, man, especially, and granted, maybe it's a Jalen Carter thing because he wasn't in the middle, but I gotta tell you, you know what? The Cowboys seemed a little different to me this year when they came out. They actually ran between the tackles. They actually looked like they exhibited somewhat what we would call toughness, which is something I've never seen from them before. So I had to take a double take to make sure I was watching the right team. And Dak actually led a comeback drive and didn't throw an immediate pick. And by the way, they win that game if CeeDee Lamb actually, I don't know, catches a ball. Can we catch one of the 3 balls that hit him right in the hand? I mean, it looked like I was out there receiving. So I thought Dak, at least in my opinion, of all the games I've ever seen, he always gives the defense a chance to win the game. I thought he played a flawless game, and he deserved to win. For all the times that Dak has cost Cowboys the chance at a win, Dak deserved to be 1-0 after that game. So I'll leave it there.
Hey, Breakers, I think everybody expected that offense to be pretty good, especially when you got the receivers that he got. People expected the offense to be good. I think that they're gonna be in shootouts all year. To be honest with you, I think that's what it's gonna come down to.
Yeah. That's my question with the Cowboys. Is just like the defense. The defense is just not great, you know. And look, the Cowboys have the talent to where it's like, look, they're gonna be winning 28-24, 31-28. This is how they're going to win the games when they win games, and it's just, you know, it is what it is with that.
I'm sure you guys talked about this last week, but one other thing serious I'm gonna get off my mind. You know what? I didn't have a problem with Dallas trading Micah Parsons, but what they got back in return was like a box of Cracker Jacks and a bag of peanuts. You get 2 first-round picks and a defensive, like a middle of the road defensive tackle. I mean, what did Khalil Mack require when he was traded? Because I'm pretty sure it was 3 first plus. And Micah Parsons is by far and away, if you look at age, you look at all the restrictions, and granted, I understand he had to be paid, but if you look at all the requirements, he's most definitely a top 5 edge rusher in the league, and they're hard to come by, and they basically got nothing in return. Because let's keep it 100. Green Bay is going to be a playoff team. They're going to be picking in the late 20s, early 30s. Mm-hmm. Like they gave up nothing for a stud pass rusher.
But what you don't understand is that with these first round picks, he would just simply get another generational pass rusher. Brian. We just
They grow on trees.
They grow on trees now. Exactly.
You just draft another one. That's
right
all.
at 32.
No, wait. No, Jerry said he gonna turn into another 6 or 7 players.
Yeah.
So unless his
So he's
math is
trading
wrong,
down and then drafting a guy.
Yeah,
that was funny.
Look, I'm gonna throw this out here. 2 things real quick. Watching the Cowboys thing on Netflix, which is actually really good. I know it's like I now understand. Jerry Jones is truly insane. He's a crazy person.
He's crazy.
He is truly like office rocker. So that's number one, because he really believes that these things he does are in the best interest of the Cowboys. You know, so it's just like, because seeing how he talks about the Jimmy Johnson stuff, he really thought he was like in the right. He really thought that like I'm doing the right thing. And 2, Barry, they're gonna have to start calling MetLife the Carter, because it's about to be New Jack City, baby.
Dirt.
Speaking of,
by the way, serious. One last thing, and maybe this one's a little less hot of a take. Like how many times have we even watched Joe Flacco throw a late game interception before we go, I don't know, you know what? There's this kid Shador on the team that played pretty damn well all preseason.
He's the emergency quarterback. He's only for an emergency. He's in glass right now.
I'd rather have Joe Flacco throw another pick with 2.5 minutes to go in a 1-point game. That's what I want to do.
I wanted to mention something. I wanted to mention something about the Cincinnati Bengals struggling with the Browns, but I'll leave that for another day. Villain, talk to me, man. Week 1 has come and gone. Where's your head at? I mean, if you want to talk a little bit about your G-Man, be my guest. I figured you and Adriana hit that pretty hard, though.
Yeah, I was so busy I didn't get a chance to record a video today. I did yesterday. Okay, I'll start. The Dolphins are awful.
Mm-hmm.
Blow it up. They're an awful team, uninspired. They're soft. It's toilet-tisha. I do not co-sign any kind of talk that Daniel Jones figured it out and he's the second coming. Anybody can figure it out against that Dolphins defense. That defense is trash. Okay, I'm still looking at Daniel Jones staring down receivers, making one read, and let me just throw it to Warren because that's the only guy I know that he might catch the ball. So I'm gonna stare him down, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I mean, he threw Michael Pittman. In fairness,
yeah. Listen. When you're a backup in this league, you're good for about 3 starts, maybe 4. Right? And then they figure you out, right? And then you are who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Give Daniel Jones a couple weeks. Holler at me in October. We'll see how good Daniel Jones is. And it's not hate towards Daniel Jones. I've seen it before. I've seen this movie before. So that's for one. Does Ray Lewis play football anymore?
No.
Does Ed Reed play football anymore?
No, they retired.
Do they have Suggs on that defense anymore?
No, he's getting arrested right now. So
he's at Starbucks.
So why in the hell on 4th down are you punting the ball away and leaving it up to a defense that can't stop a nosebleed to win you the ball game? Your best part of your team is Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, even though he fumbled the ball, to your guy's point. Put it in their hands and say, Lamar Jackson, get me 2-3 yards and let's salt this game away.
Mm-hmm.
John Harbaugh played like he had a defense from 10 years ago. That's why they lost that game. And no disrespect to the Bills, no disrespect to Josh Allen. They're a good team. I've never seen a game in week 1 that decided where the playoffs are going to have to go through. The playoffs are going to have to go through Buffalo. But John Harbaugh did nothing to win that game. The Chiefs are not the same.
Mm-mm.
There aren't. And I hate to discount Patrick Mahomes, because I've seen this script before. We've all said Patrick Mahomes doesn't have the talent. He ain't going to get it done. And then next thing you know, he's in the damn Super Bowl. But guess what? This ain't that time. That team did not look good Friday night. The Chargers, Justin Herbert shut everybody up. He looked pretty impressive against a really good defense. That defense of Kansas City has dragged them to Super Bowls, not just Mahomes.
The rest of that division got better. The Chiefs kind of treaded water. The rest of that division, everybody got better in that division. So I'm just,
say that loud, because that's the truth. And I don't know. The Raiders got better. The Chargers look like a damn good team, and the Broncos. Everybody thinks the Broncos are going to have a good season. So, that's my take on that. CeeDee Lamb. Everybody thinks he's got the best hands in the league. Did anybody not see him the first couple of years in his career where he dropped everything? But he dropped everything in his path. I talked to Cowboys fans over the weekend. That's the CeeDee Lamb that they remember. Super talented, always open, easy catches. He drops. I've seen it. They've seen it. I've seen it as a Giants fan. So not surprised there. Cowboys, that defense, they're going to get exposed. They're going to get bludgeoned. Flores, underrated in this league. Underrated as a DC. And I think the first half he baited the Bills, the Bears. I'm only going to blitz once in the first half. And then in the second half, like Larry said, he turned the dogs loose. Yeah. And you know what? Ben Johnson, albeit a really good offensive coordinator in Detroit, is going to be a good head coach, I think. He didn't adjust. And Flores, he baited him. He played him. And he could not adjust. Caleb Williams, people want to jump all over him like he's not as good as everybody thinks and he's a bust. You know what? When you got that defense coming after you like that, everybody looks pretty bad. So I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but that's a tough assignment against a pretty good defense. The Lions.
Flores then messed over some pretty good quarterbacks in his league, bro. Like he made them look bad.
Thank you. He's made a lot of quarterbacks look bad in this league. So that kid is no exception. But the Lions, the biggest loss to that Lions team is Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson. That team looked different. The Packers defense looked different. Even though Micah Parsons didn't play a lot, I've seen a Packers team with talent play behind the line of scrimmage on defense. They were aggressive. They went after the Lions. They were in the backfield. The corners played a little bit more aggressive. The linebackers played a little. That defense looked really aggressive. And guess what? Jordan Love looked pretty darn good.
Yeah, he did.
So, and Josh Jacobs, I think he's got the record of 9 straight games with a touchdown. Yep. He ran the bar hard. He ran it physical against a good Lions team. That Lions team and that Packers team looked like they flip-flopped from last year to this year. So that's what I saw. Okay. I'm going to be calm because my mother talked to me this morning. She said, you can't curse. You got to be good.
Hey,
let's not
forget about that Isaac Tesla catch either, man. That was
insanity. But the Giants, I have my reaction video. If you watched it on TikTok and Twitter or whatever, I don't think you're on Twitter, but if you watched it there, you saw my reaction. My reaction right now to Justin, to the whole quarterback jumble, whatever mess you want to call it. I don't think Russell Wilson is long for this Giants team. That's just my opinion. He doesn't look like he has anything left. I don't know if Jackson Dart is ready, but I agree with you guys. He can't get much worse. He can't get much worse. Now, the best tackle, one of the best tackles in the league didn't play, in Andrew Thomas. That makes a difference, right? So maybe I sync up bringing just Andrew Thomas and Jackson Dart back together, right? But if I have defended Dable as much as I possibly can, I can't defend him in this. Mike Kafka is an awesome offensive coordinator. It's kind of like what, Sirius, when you had your problems with your OC and you had
Canada.
Canada. Kafka is a boring, non-creative, uninspired offensive coordinator. I've never seen anything worse. And for Brian Dable to give him the reins back and let him call plays again and not bring in a new OC, that's on you, bro. You're gonna lose your job because your offensive coordinator is trash. And I hate doing that. I hate saying it, but it's got to be said. When Malik Neighbors is losing his mind in week one on the sideline, losing his mind, and Dable's got to play it off like, no, we good, and he wouldn't give him a dap. I don't know if anybody saw the game. I'm watching the game. Dable wanted to go give Neighbors a dap, and Neighbors did not give him a dap. You're gonna lose that kid really soon. And I know receivers are prima donnas. That's their attitude. But he sees what we all see. This offense is boring. 6 points? 6 points, man.
Trade Neighbors to San Francisco right now.
You were on the goal line so many times. And
13 plays in the red zone.
The red zone is just like...
That was crazy.
3 points. 3 points.
Dude, hey, Barry.
They found new ways not to score.
If Graham Gano kicks a 50-plus yard field goal, you only have 3 points that whole game.
I think they ran more plays in the red zone than Washington did in the entire first half.
Yep.
They were totally killing time of possession, and I've never seen that before.
No, the Commanders were like, we got it right where we want them, boys. They'll tire themselves out, and then when they get down to the red zone, they tired.
Brian.
I didn't think it was that bad until
red zone. Your first play of 1st and goal is a pass to a lineman.
I know. That's why I said they found new ways to lose.
Yeah.
Because Robinson, I gotta tell you, you know what, for all the shit I gave Baltimore about Flowers, Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson is a pretty damn good 1-2.
It's not terrible.
No,
it's not terrible.
Listen, it's not terrible. I would venture to say probably top 10.
Yeah.
1 and 2. They're good.
They're not bad. But
they need somebody that can get them the ball, and B, you need a running back that can actually get positive yardage running north and south.
No. See, it's not the running back. No. See,
I don't know, man.
The offensive line, if you break down the plays, the offensive line was atrocious. Again, we haven't fixed it. It was awful. The Commanders upgraded their defensive line, and I said that in my story. They got some good players. Payne is a good player.
Yeah.
But they got guys crossing guards and centers' faces and not doing anything. And when your offensive highlight is Cam Scatterboo stonewalling a linebacker blitz, that's your offensive highlight of the game.
Hey, Barry. Hey, dude, I actually got into this little debate with somebody about the Niners, and they were like, "Oh, y'all receivers is hurt. They're not gonna do this." And I say, dude, Kyle is gonna scheme a way to get CMC the ball. He had he had 7 catches for 70-something yards.
Yeah.
You know what? This is what honestly, you blame
I think
but that's not the problem though. Neighbors had 12 targets.
But that's what I'm saying. But you scheme a way to get your best guys open.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
The 12 targets. A lot of those targets came in the second half.
And not only that, but the targets, a lot of them weren't really honestly catchable.
They were just forcing it.
Yeah, it was like he was blanketed.
No. You should force it. You should Neighbors. You should give him the ball a lot. Yeah.
But you find a way to get the guy open.
Listen, if you got to go to the Canada reverse screen, give that dude 2-3 yards before he's gonna get smacked in the mouth.
Don't do that to them. Don't do that to them.
Dude, you have the Bears had it set up right. They had him set up in
practice. DJ Moore running the ball.
But you're double teaming Neighbors in the slot. Okay, if you're not going to get him the ball, then there's an easy way to get somebody else the ball, and they didn't do it.
They didn't do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, you scheme of ways to get your best player the ball, and I didn't see it.
I knew you guys were in trouble when you made Debo Samuel look good. I was like, uh-oh. They're making Debo look good right now.
But you know what? Give the Giants defense left a lot. They missed a lot of tackles. You know, Commanders left a lot of plays on the field that they could have got more points. But give them credit. At that point, it was still 14-6.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a winnable game. So I'm not going to go into that. And then lastly, I'll leave it at this, and then we can.
I didn't see not one moon ball though.
What's that?
I didn't see not one moon ball.
You can't get a moon ball thrown if you run it for your life.
If you're on your back in 2 seconds, there's not a lot you can do.
No.
Somebody kept telling me that's Russ's best attribute is the moon ball. I didn't see
he doesn't have time to do it.
He ain't got time to do that there.
Yeah, and he's too old to like roll out.
One thing I want to hit on, and then I'm done. Michael Penix.
Yeah.
That boy's good, man. That boy look good.
Hey.
I mean, they lost that game. We give the Buccaneers credit. Long field goal, all that stuff. What's that?
We saw a pitch showing. Who knew that you could get the ball to Pitts?
Yeah, I mean, Pitts got the ball, and you know what? Like, I mean, Penix looks good. Penix looks like he's going to be their quarterback for a while. I haven't seen a kid come out of college that throws an out route as well as he does. And you know, with precision, with zip, like not a lot of guys. Hughes, you scouted a lot of kids out of college. I'm impressed with him, and you know, he drove them right down the field, did everything they did. They just missed the field goal. I mean, I was impressed.
Barry, and I know you boys will remember this. When we had this conversation about quarterbacks coming out the year Caleb Williams came out, and you guys know I'm a USC fan. Who did I tell you guys that I liked more than Caleb Williams? I said Michael Penix.
I kept saying Michael Penix too.
He throws a phenomenal deep ball. A phenomenal deep. It's not just good, it's fantastic. He's got arm strength, he's got moxie, and like what you saw, he's the type of guy that's never going to quit and you're always going to feel like you have a chance as long as he's back there. And that's the moxie I never got from Caleb. Like when they get down, you can almost feel the air just kind of release from the building. Like Penix doesn't do that. And that moxie, I think, will take him a long ways. And you know what? I wish the best for Caleb. He's from USC. He's from my college program. But Michael just carries himself. He just got like a different swag. And that was definitely on display, and he definitely deserved to win that game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And that rookie on the Buccaneers, that receiver.
Boca, baby.
Amazing. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah.
That kid.
But what we saw in that game, we saw like clearly the two best teams in the NFC South. And one of those teams is going to win the division because the other two teams stink so bad. But it's just like, look, like
that's a big win for Buck on the road. That's a big
win for the Bucks. And that you know, Larry was talking about it earlier. Was look, that's a win now that is going to pay dividends in December. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, yeah.
Hey, look, I Sirius may talk crap about me. And you're like, man, Larry got 48 quarterbacks on all his fantasy rosters. But you know who one of the quarterbacks on all my fantasy rosters?
Penix.
Michael Penix.
Yeah, I went to go get him today, and I saw you had him. Like,
Michael Penix. Michael Penix.
You know, there's something.
Make him a fair offer. Make him a fair offer.
Yeah, there's something to be said though when you know the quote unquote number one back in the league rushes for 24 yards and you're still in the game. Like the game was squarely on his shoulders. The Bucs game plan was just shut down the run. We're not giving him anything easy. We're gonna make Penix earn it, and he did. And yes. And as you mentioned, Barry, I actually thought he got better as the game went along.
Yeah, he did.
And that's something you want to see because people forget, but he didn't start all of last year, right? Like he's still working on quote unquote that rookie year. So it's like you give this dude another 4 or 5 games, like he could be dangerous.
Dude, I'll go even further with y'all. Mooney didn't even play, and he was their best receiver last year.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
He gets Darnell Mooney back.
Yeah.
That's the deep threat right there. London is more like the intermediate underneath stuff, and Pitts just works wherever. But dude, when he gets Mooney back with London and Brian Robinson, dude, and this is one thing I will say about that Falcons team that I like. They are not shy away from having how you say his name? Algier. That dude that dude will run through you. They are not shy about putting him and Robinson in the backfield together and let you figure it out. Are we gonna bludgeon you in the mouth, or is Robinson gonna come out to the slot and catch a pass, or what we gonna do? That was one reason why I like the Brian Robinson trade, because now once he gets his feet wet, he can be more that guy that's run between the tackles, line him and CMC up together. You figure it out. We'll put some matchups out there. You got to figure it out. But the Falcons are really good at having you not, like I said, the Buccaneers just said, we just not going to allow you to run at all. But any other team, Brian Robinson probably would have had 70-some yards and 58, 70 yards receiving, and Algier probably would have had 70, 80 yards rushing.
Yeah, the future's bright for the Falcons. I mean, with Penix, with Bijan, Drake London, a young, hungry defense that can only get better. I mean, what Raheem Morris is doing down there in Atlanta is fantastic. I would be very optimistic if I was a Falcons fan.
Hey, y'all talking about a trade? I'm quite sure they probably getting some GM calls like, "Hey, Kirk Cousins available? What you need for Kirk Cousins? Man, I got this. I got these cheeseburgers over here."
All right, so
hey,
confidence.
We got to get to those NFL picks for the game.
10:56, boys.
You got to settle down. Let's get ready to move. All
Can
right.
I go first? Because I went last time.
Okay, fine. Go.
Thank you. All right, number 5. Give me Broncos plus 1.5 against the Colts. I don't believe the Colts. I don't care. I think the Broncos are going to bounce back and have a good week this week. Number 4, fourth confidence. Give me Rams minus 5.5 against the Titans. I liked what I saw from the Titans, but I think the Rams are flying. They're fast defense. I liked what I saw. Stafford looked good in his first game. I think more work with Adams. That combo is going to be pretty good. Nakua. Whew. Number 3, give me Bengals minus 3.5 against the Jags. Listen, Hunter, focus on one side of the ball. This ain't high school. This is different in here. We're
trying to get out of here. You about to fire
please don't start, Larry. Please don't
I got it, dude. I got it. I know what I'm dude. Let me do my thing. Number 2, Patriots plus 1.5 against the Dolphins. Dolphins are trash. Number 1, Cardinals minus 6.5 against the Panthers. I like what I saw from Kyler Murray.
You said minus 6.5?
Minus 6.5.
All right, cool. Appreciate you, big dog. Breaking news. Talk to me.
All right, man. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet for you. Coming in at number 5, I've got the Eagles minus 1.5 versus Kansas City. I think the Eagles and that defensive line's a little too much. Number 4, I've got Seattle on the road versus Pittsburgh. I'll take the 2.5 points. I think Seattle's defense is sneaky good this year, and they don't really allow you to run on them, and they've got pretty good lockdown corners. Number 3 pick, I'm going with the New England Patriots. After watching the game, and as we boys have talked about, I have no faith in Miami at this point, and I'm actually getting 1.5 points. That seems like something I should run to the bank with. So I'll go ahead and run to the bank with that. My number 2 confidence pick is the LA Rams, as previously stated. I think the Rams have the best defensive line in football. I really do, and I think they're just nasty. And for those people who don't know, they're about to find out. They're going to be tough to beat. And number 1, I mentioned them earlier, and I'm giving them a little bit of love, but I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys minus 3.5. I think they played a more physical brand of football. They are going up against the New York Giants, and I think they win by more than 3.5. Sorry, Barry.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. All right. Talk to me, homie.
All right, so my lines are all different from everybody else's, I guess. I don't know, but I'll just go Chargers minus 3.5 That's my number 5.
Okay.
Because I really like what I saw from the Chargers. Like what I saw from the Raiders too, but I like the Chargers. My number 4 confidence pick, I'm going to go with the Pats plus 1.5. It seems to be pretty good. So I'll do that. Number 3, I am going to take the Browns plus 11.5. Screw it, whatever. Browns defense is actually really good. Like, and we'll see. I don't know if they can score points, but whatever. So I'll take Browns plus 11.5 because double digit in NFL always kind of wild to me. So number 2, I will take those Cowboys against the Giants. Sorry, Barry. And
it's Cowboys minus 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then
no.
Yeah,
Cowboys minus 3.5.
No, that's right. Yeah. And then for my number 1, I will take. I will go with the. I'll go with the Bills minus 6.5. Against the Jets. I think this game the Jets might play tough, but give me the Bills minus 6.5.
All right, I like it. Larry, talk to me.
Oh man, you know what? I'm a I don't know about y'all, but I'm not superstitious like that. I'm gonna take my. Is that me? Oh, my bad. I'm gonna take my Niners. Niners is what?
Isn't that -5?
Yeah, it's like 5.5.
Whose audio is that? Is that you, Larry?
No, it's 4.5.
So let's find out whose audio that is. Hold on
Oh no, that's breaking news. Okay.
Breaking news. Is that your audio acting up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take my Niners. They 4.5. I think we win that easily by a touchdown.
So you got -4.5. Got it. Mm-hmm.
Yep. With my 4 point, I'm actually gonna take the Broncos. They're only favored by 1.5. They're gonna bring Danny Dimes back down to Danny Pennies.
He's the 1.5. I got it.
Yeah. That's crazy. That line is only 1.5.
Like, only 1.5. That's crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy. I think that Broncos defense is gonna feast. With my 3-pointer, I want to take the Bears plus 5.5. I think that's gonna be a breakout game. It's gonna be I gotta prove that my old boss I'm better than my old boss game. So I think the Bears are gonna win, even though the Lions are the favorite. But I'm gonna take the Bears plus 5.5. And then for my 2-pointer, I'm gonna ride with the Chargers. I like Harbaugh, so I'm gonna take Harbaugh with the 3.5. And just because I don't like them, I'm gonna take the Eagles. I gotta ride with my H-Town boy. 1.5 minus the Chiefs. I'm gonna take that.
So let me shoot.
Nobody yelled at Larry. He took forever. Y'all yelling at me. I'm talking.
No, we straight.
Well, I'm a little compared over here. Hey, Barry, you think Danny Dimes gonna be Danny Dimes or Danny Nichols?
Danny Nichols.
You gonna be Danny something.
Monopoly money.
So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet.
Danny Wood and Dimes.
All right, yo, we gotta move.
Yeah,
We got I got the Packers minus 3.5 on Thursday night versus the Commanders.
Yeah, I like that.
So we got the Packers. Yeah, it's gonna be great. PAC.
Type it when you're finished.
Trust your face. I got Dallas minus 5.25. 5.5. Yeah.
5. I got it 5.5. I was reading something wrong. It's Cowboys minus 5.5.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
5.5.
But the hell with all y'all.
I was looking at the Chargers game, but I was thinking. So yeah.
Hey Barry, I got Dak over here for you too, bro. Hey.
Give me the Patriots plus 1.5. I'm sorry, I can't.
Did we all pick the Patriots plus 1.5?
That's easy money right there. I might have to go to the ATM real fast. You know what I mean?
Give me
the Steelers.
Never going to do that. With 2.5 point favorites, man. I'm never going to pick my stuff.
Tough game too. Who they play?
Hey, that's a tough Seattle team, bro. That's
Seattle. Give me Detroit plus 5.5. I don't think Detroit's gonna be that bad. 5.5,
The
and
sensei
then
is versus the master.
yeah, I'm telling you. I need to pick a dog.
Ride with me. Ride with me with the Browns. Come on. Get on the bandwagon. Come on, let's go.
You know what I was
It's the
teasing?
division game. You know what? Broncos favored by. Give me the Colts plus 1.25.
Ooh.
1.5. Give me the Colts. Give me the Colts.
It's the Colts minus 1.
No, the Colts are not favored, bro.
No, the Colts are not favorite.
The Colts are not favored.
I took the Broncos because the Broncos are favorite. I took the Broncos
are favored by 1, which is also easy money, I believe. But I mean,
bro,
hey.
1.5? Like, who set that
1.5?
line?
Give me that. Give me that all day, twice on Sunday. All right, cool. All right, gentlemen. Well, these picks are all locked in. We're gonna get these up probably in the next. The NCAA picks will be up tomorrow. NFL picks will be up Wednesday. Thursday, just in time for the game. With that being said, we'll get you guys out of here. Larry, you know what to do, man. Give us a plug and close up and shut it down, big homie.
Oh man, I want to stick around, man. I like Steve's closing. Can I get my dubs up? Can I stay around for a minute?
Coach, go, get us out of here, bro.
All right, man. Look, it's getting late. This ashwagandha starting to work on me, so I'm getting a little loopy. I'm just gonna say this. Look, see the link, share the link. Boardroom meeting, always a pleasure to come in here. So of course you already know how we close it out, or at least how I close it out. Make sure first and foremost that you know that God is good. Okay.
All the time.
All right. Make sure you drink your water. I had my sparkling water here with me tonight. Make sure you stay hydrated out there, y'all. And of course, get them dubs up. Wu-Tang is for the children. Peace.
All right, homie. See you tomorrow, man. Larry, you know what to do. Get us out of here, big dog.
Yeah, man. I wanted to get my dubs up, man. Look, hey.
My bad.
Look, hey, I want to say this, man. Barry, tomorrow you better be sleepy, no doze, taking tomorrow on the WWE show. Because you be wide awake on the WWE show.
Next
week, and he be telling us he's sleepy. So I want to see Mr. Sleepy Barry tomorrow. I want to see Mr. Wide Awake Barry.
No, it's not tomorrow. Tomorrow is no show. Next week we do WWE.
Next week, I don't want to see you talking about it's 11 o'clock and you sleepy on the WWE show. But like I say, like I always tell y'all, man, hey, look, we doing some good things out here. I did tune in to the Steelers show, some good content last night with Aaron and his pops, and good thing you ain't had your boy Nick on there, because after that first game, he would have been like, Super Bowl, we're going to the Super Bowl. You know how he is. Hey, keep supporting us, keep rocking with us, man. I'm gonna let y'all boys get some rest, man. I'm out.
Appreciate you, big dog, man. You know what to do, feeling. Get us out of here, big homie.
Yeah, man, exciting. A lot of good stuff we're doing here in Executives View. We're heading into a big month for us, so October is going to be a huge month for us. We got the show next week. We're probably, we'll have the preview show for WrestlePalooza with a guest host. Hopefully, I won't spill the beans, but we'll do that. And then we got our regular shows, but we got content all week. Working on some new things that we're going to try to do up here. A lot of fun. So, thanks for breaking news for joining us, and appreciate everybody.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, big dog, man. It's your boy Sears up in that 412 and the 703, man. Such a privilege and absolute pleasure to be doing this show with these gentlemen. Like my man Villain alluded to, man, there's a lot of stuff coming down the pipe, man. I'm so privileged and first and foremost humbled to be able to do this, man. Thanks for everybody who's been rocking with us, man. My friends over at Nonsense Deep Thoughts, man. My homie Troy over the Playbook podcast, man. Looking forward to sharing the space with him. I won my fantasy matchup this week and the podcast listener league. Big things is coming. I'm excited. With that being said, you know how I always close, man. God is good, even though sometimes people are lying. God bless. Catch you on the next one. Peace.